Right, how y'all doing? So, because we realised yesterday that we'd lost a day, now we've gained a day, because Friday was yesterday, but it's not, it's today, I've now got the extra day to do some bits. Inky, bless her, is plagued, which I hoped wouldn't happen. I should stop hoping. Hope at least a disappointment. So Inky's pretty sick. But you're going to chill out, do some coursework and watch some Black Clover. And hopefully not be sick.
I'll go to work tomorrow.
Bless you, honey. Why can't we just have like one Christmas where we're not sick? So I'm now going to take Nan's computer to Nan. To say she didn't know I'd bought her the computer and set it up ready. But yeah, so I'll go take it and do the thing. Gotta put the side back on, so put a message in there. And you know, there we go. I did this with the boys' computers too. It's not in permanent, so it won't last, but you know, awful handwriting. And I'll just slot that on. Job done. Right, welcome to Nan's house. Many hours later. And I've popped in Nan's new computer. I got it all configured and all that, transferred all the data over that needed to be transferred. Connected it all up to our old kit and the printer that my cousin's got her. And this is the tower that she had before. I'm going to be taking that one home and I'll put her hard drive in a rack or something, so just in case she needs anything off of it. Although in fairness, took all the data off of it. And I mean, there was probably only a few megs of data. Most of the data on this machine were temp files created by Chrome and Firefox. And it turns out that Nan hadn't actually really used the machine since about 2016. So like, because I went through some of the stuff on it, I was like, hang on a minute, Nan hasn't browsing history like 2016 or thereabouts, emails 2016. I said, Nan, are you actually using the computer really for anything? I said, well, do you have new accounts? Nan said, yes. So look, rather than wasting our time faffing around with all this old stuff, we'll take the important things, your pictures and bits and bobs like that, and considering most of the stuff is actually stored online, so your emails and things like that, we'll just transfer the accounts onto the new machine. So it was literally a few minute job. But it's done now. It's set up, so Nan just has to hit the button to turn it on. I've put a little bit of music on there for Nan, and got all of her accounts set up Signal on there, so that if she wants to message me, she's got my phone and my laptop, because obviously I don't really use... I've been off grid for so long that Nan hasn't really been able to contact me. I am a bit of an antisocial sod bag. Yeah, I'll set up everything that she might need to get things going. But a random note, because Nan pointed this out, so I came over here with the boys. There you go. Me in middle school. No, that's high school. That is high school, I think. Early high school? Or is that late middle school? No, maroon, I think. Oh, is that? What was that? I don't know. I look like an old man. It's because I am a bit of an old man. Was that like late middle, early high? I don't know. Dear oh dear. Job done. It's mostly coffee. It's got the tiniest splash of milk in it. That is black coffee. Well, I mean, like, as in, that is coffee all the way up to, if you're saying like grounds. That's like one of the strongest coffees I've had in ages. And it's bedtime. Yay! But, we've got the last of the Buffalo Soldier and Misty Morning, yeah? In these two bottles, Inky?
Yep.
And tomorrow, Inky is going to be rocking her way through... Yeah, wait, hang on. Oh. Is this the one you're having?
Yeah, it's open, yeah.
No, you did not peg it.
Could you peg it, please?
Yes, I can. Where are we? And that's what you got with doobly woobly wire. And then we'll be making cold brew out of. Come on, 'cause I'm gonna smash everything. I'm gonna smash everything. Come here. Thank you. Okay. Apparently I can't camera today. There we go. It was right where I was before. And that's going to be that one. There you go. Insufferable ass coffee. Close to out there, a couple of little hitches about Nan's computer. Right. Hardest parts about doing that computer. One, Nan's computer setup's pretty old. It was using VGA for the monitor and PS2 for mouse and keyboard. PS2, kiddly-dinks, it's what people were using for their mouse and keyboards before USB. Not everything went into a USB port, and something I didn't know, and thankfully I had enough kit to be able to sort it out. Windows 10 doesn't support PS2 by default, so when I plugged in Nan's mouse and keyboard it didn't work. So it turns out that because most motherboards these days apparently don't have PS2 ports on them, Microsoft will disable it, we ain't going to need it. We'll keep a registry key in there, but we won't, that'll be, no. So I had to, thankfully I had a USB mouse with me. That was just kind of a random thing I decided to pick up before I left the house. Managed to plug that in, go into accessibility settings, turn on the on-screen keyboard, and kind of rock my way through the registry to find the registry key we needed to enable PS2 stuff. It's set to a thingy of 3, set it to 1, reboot the machine, job done. I can't remember what the thing was, but just know that you can enable. If you plug it in, if you plug in a PS2 setup into Windows 10, it's just a key you have to change in the registry. Go find it. Just look it up or something. It is, but they do work. It is still a thing. They are still supported. Just by default, they're not on. I don't know why they don't have a toggle switch for it or why they have them disabled. But so that was problem number one, which is why I'm kind of glad that another family member didn't take on the job of upgrading Nan's computer for it. Because if they had, then they'd have had a bit of a shock when they went up to Windows 10 and found, oh, hang on, this doesn't work. And the other one was Norton antivirus. Couldn't seem to figure out which version of Norton Nan was running, because I did say the other day, Nan has been running that computer for like 1,000 years, and I mean, Christ, I think Nan's had that computer since before me and you were together, Inky. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think my cousins were in high school at that point, or maybe even before then. No, I might have been in high school, you know.
Really?
No, I don't think no. No, I'd have been a bit after that. I was probably about 13 or 14 years ago at this point. Ish, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Long time ago. I should have really checked, you know, when I installed the, when I actually ran the Windows installer on it. But yeah, Nan hasn't really done anything with it over the years, really, other than kind of keep it up to date. And she's been paying for Norton for all these years, and I said in the other vlog, I'm worried that Norton would have kind of released newer versions, kind of like Microsoft Office have different versions, and now they've got Office 365, and it's like, oh, what do I install? Because I've got a license for this one. Norton has got like Norton 360 or something, and then there's like 3 versions of that, and then you've got like 2 other products plus some extra products, and you're just like, oh, which one do I install? Like, which one relates to my license? Is my license even still relevant to any of these new products? I was like, which one do we use? So I started going through Nan's emails relating to Norton, and in the end I was just like, right, we'll check the subscription, because there was an email saying, upgrade to the new Norton for free or whatever, new Norton 360 or whatever for free, because we'll back up 25 gigs of your stuff for free or something. And I was like, but Nan doesn't even have 25 gigs worth of stuff. She has maybe... I mean, you could probably have fit most of my Nan's digital life on a floppy disk. I mean, I'm serious, that machine was empty. Other than browser cache, like temp files, there was nothing there. Nothing there. So... She didn't need any of that, and then they said, oh yeah, we'll do it for free. Well, you can have the new version of Norton for free until your subscription's up or whatever, because we recognise you have a subscription. But then after that, we want you to pay XYZ, but we also want to confirm your credit card details. And I said to Nan, I was like, this doesn't feel right. This is really silly. Like, you don't need any of this. You already have a license, and that does everything that you want it to do. And Nan's like, I'm not paying £70 a year or something for something like this. She asked me what I use as an antivirus, and I said I don't, generally. Just don't click stupid things on the internet and you'll be okay. So, I mean, at the end of the day, even if you've got a definitions-based virus scanner, you're still likely to get whooped left and right just from some rogue JavaScript or whatever. There's not really a lot you can do about it. So, I mean, yeah, sure, have something, but I mean, like, Windows Defender does a pretty solid job these days. Anyway, we start jumping through hoops, and Norton's website is designed to be, once you sign in, it's designed to be, like, super simple. Like, hey, do you want to install, do you want to reinstall Norton on your computer, or do you want to install Norton on a new computer? And it's like, which version of Norton are we installing here? What are you recommending to me here? Reinstall it on my computer? I can't, this is a different computer. Do you want to install it on a new computer? Well, technically this is a new computer. What do you mean? Like, because they oversimplified the language, it started to get really confusing because you didn't really know what you were downloading, kind of thing. You were saying yes. You were saying yes to Norton without really knowing what you were saying yes to. But it was such a faff. Oh, yeah, got it all installed in there. And then, just like, so eventually I was like, yeah, we'll just go with it. We've got a license, we'll see if it'll activate. This is the only other product that isn't related to these ranges, or these types of product. This kind of falls more into line with what you have. Downloaded it, went to put in the key, or went to put in my Nan's account information. We can't connect to the server. And I'm like, huh? What? So it gave my Nan a single day's trial for Norton. Thanks guys, 1 day to try out the product. I mean, you could have at least been kind and said like a week, 2 weeks, something like that. No, a day. Useful trial. That's like people say, oh mate, check out this awesome CD, DVD ripper thing. You can now rip like the first 2 tracks or 3 seconds of a film. Look how great it is. Not very useful. But I ended up getting it working, rebooted the machine, sorted out my Nan's internet connection, sorted out some other bits and bobs and accounts for her, and then, hi, pocket. I think he's got a pocket on the thing. Yeah, got Norton working, but I just couldn't believe how much of it. I can't believe how much of a faff it was to actually get Norton running, or getting Norton up and going. Which brings me to a question: what does everyone else use on their computers right now? Like, I understand that the average Mac user doesn't use any kind of definition-based virus scanner. I know Linux users, most of them don't use any definitions-based virus scanning or whatever. They just don't bother because their market share is so small that they're kind of a pointless target. What do Windows users use these days? I don't even know what the big antivirus things are now. I have no idea. But I am curious, do people still use virus scanners now on their computers, or do they just use Microsoft's built-in one, or do you just go like bare bones nothing? Do you run something on a router or something, so that, you know, everything gets checked as it goes in and out before it even touches your network? Or what's the groove? What do people do? I'm glad we've got the system up and running now. It's a lot easier it'll be a lot easier for Nan to contact us. I've said to Nan I am tempted to give her a Google Home speaker, because she was kind of like about when I was playing some music off my phone. I actually gave Nan some music off my Google account. She was after a piano album I had, so I was just sat there in the office working away on the computer, and she asked me about the music, and she said it was really nice. So I said, there you go, you can have it. But yeah, she's. It seems like a neat idea to her that she could actually listen to music off of her phone, because she's never used her computer to listen to music. She's never used her phone to listen to music. And so I was like, well, I could get you some music, and we could put it on Google Music for free, so you don't have to pay a subscription, and then we can get you a little Google speaker or something, and you can pop it in your house and then just have the music play in a room in your house. Because my nan still listens to the radio. She even goes onto Sky TV and puts on like the classic radio station, or it might even be Freeview. She just turns on her TV and just uses it as a big old radio. Because Nan doesn't really like having the TV on a lot, so you know, like random noise of like TV programs and stuff like that. She'd rather just have, you know, music playing or whatever, or even the sound of silence. But who knows what that is these days. So yeah, done, dusted, happy yourself. That picture is me in middle school. So that would probably been about the same time I met Chalky, when I was first talking to Chalky. So there you go. Let me throw that out there. Right, I'm heading off. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to start buzzing my nuts off. I'm going to start like vibrating around the house like a tuning fork. Just like start shaking across the floor. Yeah, that's what it was like. That's what I was doing the other day. Just everything was moving in slow motion. I was like,
chatting shit at one point, and then you're like, I'm totally putting this on. I'm totally putting this on, and we're like, stood there going, no, you're totally not.
like talking really fast.
I'm totally putting this on, guys. I'm okay.
I'm fine. Yeah.
We're like looking at you going, no.
Just like running backwards and forwards, up and down the kitchen. Yeah.
World War II hasn't happened yet.
Time travel, motherfuckers! Woo!
That's coffee causes you shit. Literally.
It's like then they just like all of a sudden freeze on the spot, stops and shits themselves. Yeah! Right, I'm calling this one done.
Carrying on like business as usual.
That's it. Rockin' hardcore. Oh, hang on, where's that? There you go. Open pack of coffee. Because Inky did tell me to. Yeah. Peg it. Pegged, mate.
Good, you pegged it.
Yeah, I did. Fucking pegged you, bitch! Woo! That smells good.
Yeah. Pegged you, bitch. Smells good. Okay.
Right, I'm up.
Yes, the connotations with that.
Oi! Get out and have a cigarette, you.
Yeah, I'm fucking well, it's a bit cold out here.
Is it?
I might have an in out room.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.